Hello, everybody. Again, this is Paul from VirginiaRealEstate.com, and today I'm going to talk a little bit about what makes a good real estate agent. And that's a very important question because a house is a very, very expensive piece of property, and many times it's been in the family for a really long time. And when it comes time to sell it for whatever reason, there's a lot of emotions involved, and it's not just about money. So one of the things, obviously, is a real estate agent needs to have some integrity, and they need to be honest and be fair with you and tell you the truth. So all professionals are that way. We have ethical standards in our business, and we want to present ourselves right because we have homes too, and we do our own business, and we don't want to be scammed or hurt by anybody. So one of the realtors' standards is to just be very ethical. And there's a lot of regulations that we have to comply with, and the penalties for violations are very severe. So it doesn't make any sense for a general person to violate the laws in any way and anything like that. So ultimately, you can pick a realtor that's a professional from any company, but when it comes down to it, there are a lot of emotions involved. So one thing that you definitely want with a realtor is you want to have a very good, comfortable person-to-person relationship. So you can sit down around the table and say, "Look, we got this thing we got to sell here, and let's look at it and get the value. And my job is to get you the best value possible because um, I get paid better if it's a higher price. But at the same time, I have to work out something that works." But basically, a real estate transaction comes down to we want to have a win-win situation. The buyer of your house, if you're trying to sell, is trying to get something that he can manage, and they don't want to be cheated either. And then the seller is the same way. They've been in their house a long time, and there's emotional attachment to it. So they want to meet in the middle somewhere and come up with a fair deal. And the realtor's personality has a lot to do with that because it's a very delicate balance because sometimes the people who are buying a home are very, very different personality than or even totally different people than the people who are living there, and they may have a totally different view of the property that they're buying, and maybe the thing that you thought was a great feature in your home for all the years that they can't wait to get rid of it. So there's a lot of delicate maneuvering, and it takes time. So, in the process, from the time that a house is listed, there's a lot of anticipation, and once we get it out there, it gets seen very quickly. And a lot of times, there would be a whole lot of people like fishing. You throw the lure in, and sooner you get a lot of bites at first. So, the realtor is a bridge between you and that deal because they can um, be the middle person and negotiate. And a lot of times there's two parties involved. There might be another realtor from another company. So again, we all have to practice ethical standards. We all want to do business again and again with each other. So the last thing we want is any problems with ethics. But again, it comes down to a personality, and I offer my services to people who might want to list their house. I go and check their house out, and I'll help determine what a good reasonable value is in today's market. And I'm going to make another video. There's another one on this site here that will address some of those issues. What does a realtor do when they give you a cost analysis of your property? They're trying to there's a lot of real careful thinking that goes into this. So a lot of times the seller of a home does not realize how complex it might be. So one of the things that you need to have with your realtor is a really good conversation where you can sit around and be really, really direct like friends and say, "Look, here's what we're going to do. We're going to market it such and such a way, and I think the target market is probably this kind of person or family or whatever, and that, if we have the price a little high, we can wait a little longer if you're not in a hurry, and you can stand your ground, and we'll have a strategy." So again, a realtor, when I have someone they're my client, you're my client, so I'm trying to do the best I possibly can for you. It's in my own interest, but it's also an ethical standard. And of course, it makes good business because if I do a good job and I'm very honest and fair with somebody, then the likelihood of me staying a realtor is going to be very good. So I want to make these short. I want to tell you a little bit about being a good realtor. Please feel free to call me and ask any questions. I offer a free complimentary market analysis to see what your property might be worth, and we can have a conversation about it. And thanks again for listening, and please like and share, and go see some of the other videos about the other aspects of real estate. And I hope to hear from you. Thank you very much.